So when I was showing you the brushes the other day, Mr. Cyrano told me I went too fast and he couldn't see properly. So we're going to do some brush talk again. I found my old brushes looking really kind of raggedy. So I went down to Art and Soul at Spiceland Mall and I bought these nice new brushes in a set. So we're going to talk about them again and I'm going to see if I can make them work. Also today we're going to talk about how to use those to blend the color. Alright, so like we said before, flat brush. This is a filbert. We have a shading brush and a liner. I don't see any round brush in this pack, but I have a round brush. You know, I like to keep using the old brushes because, you know, just like what does it say about broom, that the old broom can find the corners. So too, the old brush, you know what it's going to do and you can make it do what it's supposed to. So here we go, learning to mix color in the brush to get the effects that we want with the paint. To make a line along a horizon of the sea, I'm going to do something called double dipping. I'm going to dip one corner of my flat brush into the purple and I'm going to dip the other color into the blue. And as I drag it across the paper, you'll see a beautiful blending of colors that looks like a wavy horizon. Yes, I know. The point is that you see what the colors do when you mix them in the brush. So suppose that you had a tree trunk and you were putting a tree trunk that was in the shade. So I'll just put a little reddy orange on one side and a little purple on the other, and I'll make this stroke and you'll see that the shadow automatically finds itself where the purple is. So you can use the brush and the color to get what you want without a lot of excessive work. Alright, now suppose it is a hillside and I have to go back to that round brush because, oh my, it's my favorite. Okay, so the round brush, it's kind of frayed on the end, kind of raggedy. That's okay. So we're going to dip that. We're going to dip it in a little yellow on one side and we'll dip it in a little blue on the other side, and then we're going to just pounce that onto the paper. And you see that the blue makes the shadow of the mountain already. We don't have to work so hard to scrub that in. It just kind of happens there in the brush. Now suppose that mountain were a little farther away from us. We might see more tones of blue and purple in it. So I'm going to take my brush, take a little yellow, take a little blue, because remember that's what makes green, and then we're going to put a little bit touch of purple in it to make a few more shadows and to get that set back even further in the landscape. You know, you're not going to be happy every time with what you get, but what I should say to you is try and try and try until you find what you like. Now, maybe that hillside has some flamboyant trees. It's June or July and the flamboyant trees are all in flower. So I take a little red and a little yellow and I'll just do a little touching again to put a little flamboyant tree in on the hillside. And this liner brush here maybe can be used to make some nice sweet little branches coming up to that tree so that it becomes very, very easy to let the brush and the paint do the work and you don't have to try so hard. So one last thing I want to show you with the brush is what we can do with a shader brush. And a shader brush is angled at one side, and so it makes it very easy to get a point and to go from there. So we're going to point it into the yellow and then we'll put a little blue right on the end. So we have yellow and we have blue and we're double loaded, and we're going to make some leaves. So to make those leaves, we just drag the brush, turn it as we go. And you get the leaf, you get the outline of the leaf, And it makes it very, very simple and direct. Now suppose it's like a hibiscus leaf. So the hibiscus leaf has a little bit of a serrated edge. So then we're just gonna jiggle it a little bit as we go. I mean, perfect. You would think that a hibiscus was about to pop up there. Oh, maybe it is. Let's see. So we're going to use our filbert brush. You see, I have to go back to the old one because that's the one that loves me. All right, so take a little filbert brush and we get a flower just using the shape of the brush itself. Now maybe that needs just a little stem coming out of it, and there we go. So get your brush, get your paints, tie your head, paint. That's the only way you're going to get this. Try it.